Welcome to the Travel Tidbits Podcast, hosted by me, Jamie Weitl, travel advisor and owner of Pineapple Escapes Travel. Join me as I share the latest travel news, top destinations, and expert tips for the savvy traveler. Because after all, travel makes life sweeter. Welcome back to the Travel Tidbits Podcast, the show where we share travel tips, insider updates, and destination insights to help you plan your next trip with confidence. Today's episode is extra special because we're joined by our fabulous business development manager, Maria Triantos. And Maria hosted our team of 10 plus me, so 11 of us, on the Wonder of the Seas last weekend. It was an amazing trip. We were able to do what we do best, which is hands-on research, real-world exploration, and experience everything firsthand so we can guide our clients to the best ship, the best itinerary, and the best experiences so they can have the perfect vacation. We will absolutely talk about the Wonder of the Seas, which was an amazing ship, one of my favorites, and Perfect Day at CocoCay, another of my favorites. The main focus of today's episode will be on the brand new and exciting Royal Beach Club in Nassau. So let's dive in. Maria, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. And oh my gosh, don't you wish we were back on one of those beaches now, especially with the weather around us? Well, anytime I'm ready for a beach. Doesn't matter if the weather's good outside here in our area or not.
I agree. After all the cold and the snow, and it makes you want to get away. It's the perfect time to book a vacation. So hopefully some listeners will listen to this and be ready because I'm over all the gray here in the Midwest this time of year.
That's for sure. And we saw lots of color on our cruise.
We did. It was so fun. So there were 11 agents and you, so there were 12 of us total. And what we kind of did was we tried to see the ship and the experiences through the eyes of our clients. We went as guests of Royal Caribbean so that we could kind of experience what our clients experience. And you can read about something online all day, every day, but when you actually do it and step into it, you can hear the energy, you can see how the ship flows, you can experience the destinations firsthand, and it's a whole different experience. And I'm definitely a big advocate for sell what you know, sell where you've been, and I feel like we've done a really good job of doing that with Royal Caribbean. So before we get into Royal Beach Club, I do want to give listeners just kind of a quick snapshot of what things were like on board Wonder of the Seas. So, Maria, for somebody who has never sailed on an Oasis Class ship before, what makes a ship like the Wonder such a standout?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things that make it stand out. First of all, it's something for everyone. There's the areas of the ship are broken into neighborhoods. So we have Surfside where the kids can play in different water sprinkling type of an area, as well as the candy shop, which I did hit, and the carousel, which we all got on, but also adult entertainment, kids entertainment, dining. They've got everything that a kid could want, but fine dining for all of us, and maybe that slice of pizza at Triantos for in between, right?
And the wine at Vintages, right?
Oh, wait, you just named my favorite spot? Next to Giovanni's in Central Park, which is one of my favorite ways to get from the front of the ship to the back of the ship on deck 8, is a beautiful promenade park area. It's like you're literally walking through a park that has some of our specialty restaurants, as well as a bubbly bar, and my favorite Vintages bar where you can just sit, speak to the sommeliers, and find a really good glass of wine. So really a great quiet area on the ship.
Yeah, I think that that's what the Oasis Class ships do really well. So I've been on the Icon, which is the next class above Oasis, and it is definitely next level and well worth it. All the slides, all the things to do. But I think my happy medium is an Oasis Class ship because It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit more neighborhood feel, so that, I mean, there's neighborhoods on Icon too, but it kind of just has a different vibe than the Icon. So it's more my speed. I feel like there's more places to sit and relax and enjoy, and also still plenty for a multi-generational family, plenty for anyone can be happy on one of these ships, because there's something
Absolutely
for
agree.
everybody. And I think that's really what sets them apart. So it's not just a cruise, it's a floating destination. The cruise itself can be the vacation.
100% right. On a ship like that, especially that we were on a short, quick experience of 3 nights, a great way to get together with friends and celebrate a special occasion. It really doesn't matter where the ship goes. It really is about everything that's on board. It is the destination. But we did have some great destinations, didn't we, Jamie?
We sure did. And so I think that's one thing I think is important. So some of the agents said they wish they had had more time on the ship because they didn't get to see all of the things. There's some things that are kind of hidden in some nooks and crannies, that, like the music hall, we didn't get there. Like, we made it a point to get to the Mason Jar for dinner one night, but there were so many specialty restaurants. I know there was one point we were looking up and there was the Wonderland restaurant, and we were like, haven't found that yet. Like, so I think that's what's neat, is the ship has so much to do that you're not going to be bored, even if you're not getting off and doing things in port. And I think that's a really important thing to mention.
Well, that and the incredible spa and fitness center. I mean, I really love I'm an early riser. So going down to where the spa is to get my almond milk latte and my ginger mint apple fruit fresh veggie squeeze drink, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they've got the smoothies there as well. There's just something for everyone. And yes, if it was a 7-day, I would have experienced the fitness center. I would have, but maybe not on a 3-day, right?
We were very busy. We were very busy. So next trip.
Exactly.
Which for you is coming up quickly, but
it is. I'll have more notes to share with you, Jamie. Don't worry.
I can't wait. So I think one thing that it's important for our listeners to understand is why we travel like this. And not all travel agents travel. Like, I make a point for our Pineapple Escapes agents to travel and experience things firsthand, because I truly believe that is the best way to truly know what you're selling and be able to give the clients the best experience. It is different when we are there, sandals on the ground, looking at these experiences, experiencing them firsthand, so that we can come back to our clients and say, I was just here. This is what I liked. I think this room type would be perfect for you. I think you'd love this ship. I think you'd love this part of Royal Beach Club, but maybe you'd stay away from this part. Like, to have those recommendations and be able to match clients to what they need, I feel like is so important. So from your perspective, working with tons and tons of travel agencies, how do you feel like these kinds of trips pay off? Like, do you see the return on investment for things like this?
Well, absolutely. And let me just say right off the top, a good travel advisor is worth their weight in gold. Having those confident recommendations, matching your desires and wants for your vacation with the details that the different destinations and ships can provide you, that really comes with the expertise of a travel advisor. And really important is knowing that your travel advisors are looking out for your best interests. They want you to have a fabulous trip. And when things can go wrong, like the weather or something like that, they have my number. They know how to get a hold of Royal Caribbean and make sure to get everything ironed out for you. And I love the fact that you're listening to Pineapple Escapes, because this is a really fabulous team.
Oh, you're so sweet. We try. We had a lot of fun on our trip too. I mean, obviously we were learning and, experiencing things, but we had fun too. And I think, that's really what we're doing together as agents and agents working together is we are there experiencing it thinking, who's the ship the best for? Which stateroom categories are right for which type of client? What areas feel the most crowded? For an introvert like myself, like where can they go to get away? Where are those spots? I know them, trust me. And what's it look like for a family with toddlers versus a couple who wants a romantic trip, or even someone like my family with teens? Like, what's the best fit? How can we make this work? And I think that's something that Royal does really well is they make it work for everyone. And there's something there for everyone. So let's jump into Royal Beach Club because that's really the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about today. So Royal Beach Club Paradise Island in Nassau is a brand new experience for those who are sailing on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity into the port of Nassau. So people that cruise a lot have ended up in Nassau over and over and over because it's a very common port if you're doing a Bahamas itinerary. I personally have probably been there more times than I can count, and I had reached the point where I did not want to get off the ship anymore. I would usually just enjoy the ship and spend my day on the ship instead of getting off and going to Atlantis or going into town to the straw market or that sort of thing. I felt like I had done all of the excursions and adventures there. But I feel like this is truly a game changer for Royal Caribbean. Like, it just is. Like, it's amazing. It makes me want to get off the ship. It feels inclusive and included. And any other ship that pulls into that port is going to say, I want to go there. So I think Royal has outdid themselves with this new option. So Maria, talk to us a little bit about Royal Beach Club, what it's like, the whole vibe.
Absolutely. And I am so privileged that I got to experience Royal Beach Club with you guys, being some of the first to arrive since it just opened at the end of December. And I was really impressed with how complete it is. It's not under construction still. It really is beautiful. The landscape is perfection. The beaches are gorgeous. The service, the food, everything is just top notch for this experience. But let me back up and just be sure that everyone understands the difference between a perfect day experience and a Royal Beach Club experience. So if you have heard of CocoCay, the perfect day, that is our private island. And it has been voted best private island like 9 years running. So we have consistently been told that people want more of that. They want to get off the ship. They want to have a worry-free experience on a beach with great food. They want to relax or they want to play. And we've been figuring out how to offer more of that in our itineraries. And Royal Beach Club Nassau is the first destination to showcase this optional. It is capacity limited, unlike our perfect day experiences, where the whole ship can get off and enjoy a great day without having to upcharge anything if they don't want to. Here at Royal Beach Club, though, there is a charge because it's capacity limited. So think of it as a shore excursion, and it was well worth it. So Royal Beach Club in Nassau is open. They're opening another one in Santorini this summer, and then towards the end of the year in Cozumel. And, with Royal Caribbean, I wouldn't be surprised for future announcements of more of them, but I'm really happy with these 3 destinations because in my mind, these are 3 destinations that needed something more. And Santorini, being Greek myself, not that it needs anything more, but it's not an easy destination to get to and from the ship and not easy to get around the island. So the fact that we've made an all-inclusive experience by booking Royal Beach Club there really makes it the ultimate day in Santorini.
I'm excited about that one too. I was just in Santorini, when was that, September, and we did a private tour and it was just beautiful. But I feel like this is a game changer for Nassau because everything is packaged by Royal. So you feel very safe. Everything is handled. All of your food is handled. The beach is beautiful. You're actually on the same stretches of beach as Atlantis. So it really is Paradise Island. So you get to see that same beautiful crystal clear water. You get the same beautiful sand. So it's just a gorgeous spot and beautiful experience. And so, Maria, let's talk a little bit about the different kind of zones that are on the new Royal Beach Club so that people can understand what they're looking at here.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we walked right off the ship, just a little ways to our private tenders that were really cute. Remember, it was like calypso coral and flirty flamingo. There's 4 very colorful Bahamian themed ferries that are exclusive for Royal Beach Club. And this, just so everyone knows, this was in partnership with the Bahamian government. So they're really supportive of this venture, and we're partnering with them. So the locals are getting those created jobs. And as they're tendering you, they'll let you know what the different areas are as you're approaching disembarkation from the ferry. And there is a family area, a couples area, a party area. So it's basically families, thrill, and chill. So I know I walked all the way to the big Crown and Anchor at the end of the beach so that I could walk through the family area that was boasting this amazing double-decker cabana for families that had a private water slide, a little roped off private beach area, as well as a hot tub. So it had it all hooked up. Oh, and the slushy machine with the concierge. So I know. I asked her, I was like, so the slushy machine, did you put the liquor on the side? She's like, yep, that's what we did. So really cool experience for that family that was there. And she was really sweet about answering a few of my questions. It is the wow. So if you're celebrating something with the whole family, it accommodates 12. So really kind of a cool opportunity in the family zone. In the family zone, there's also tons of beach games, like the big Jenga and darts kind of thing, family friendly versions. And then I walked through the couples, or I should say the party area, the biggest swim up bar in all of the Caribbean. And when we finally walked back there, Jamie, it was hopping, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was something. It was loud for me, let's be real, but yeah. I mean, it was a party.
It was a DJ, and there was smoke coming out from the upper level, and the music thumped up, and the Bahamian dancers came poolside to amp up the atmosphere. So I could imagine that being really fun with a bunch of girlfriends and couples that want that party vibe. Yes. Imagine bachelorette parties there. Perfect. I think we saw some in the pool at that point.
Yeah.
But we rested in the chill area, and oh, Mo, our server for our area was so on his toes and on his game. We just basically had menus and ordered our drinks. Everything was tip top. Wanted to experience some of those tropical drinks on the island. And I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, I think so.
And there was, I think I asked there were gluten-free options. There were kid options. And I think out of something on the menu, I created a lobster salad for myself. And it was unbelievable. So just enjoy all of it. It's definitely an exclusive menu with some exclusive drinks for Royal Beach Club.
So one thing to note when you are buying this, so this will be in your cruise planner, and you'll have the option to purchase the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island. And there are 2 types of tickets. There's one type of ticket that includes beverages, and there's another type of ticket that does not include beverages. Both tickets do include food. So if you are not a big drinker and you don't want to include beverages, you can pay as you go for beverages on the beach club. But if you do want your alcohol and beverages included, then you can buy just the food ticket and that is all handled for you. And they do have water and normal basic drinks for you as well.
But let's point out that if you have the drink package on the ship, it does transfer.
Right. And that's another reason to buy the food only option if you already have a drink package on your sailing. So let's talk a little bit about the food. So Maria mentioned her lobster salad, which looked amazing. We tried a little bit of everything because we had 12 of us there. So everybody tried a little bit of everything, but the food was really good. And there were a few standouts to me. Obviously, I'm a sweet eater. So there were these like banana bread bundt cakes that were amazing. And then they also have pineapple soft serve. So obviously everybody knows cruises are known for ice cream, but at the Royal Beach Club, they have pineapple soft serve.
And vanilla, and you can swirl them together.
And yes, which I tried that too. But anybody who knows me knows my love for Dole Whip, my love for all pineapple. And so that like made my day to be able to have pineapple soft serve on this beautiful, gorgeous island. It was perfect. Like, that was it for me. That's what I needed. So I think they also did a really good job. Like over on the Chill Beach area where we spent most of our day, you couldn't really hear the music from the party area. Like they did a good job of separating it enough. So if you wanted that quiet, relaxing beach day, you could get it. But if you want that high volume bachelorette party, bunch of couples having fun, and even us, we did that for a little bit. I can only hang for so long in that kind of situation, but we were probably in there about an hour, had a drink, enjoyed the music, but they definitely have something for everybody. And I think that's just one of the things that Royal Caribbean does best is make sure that everyone is handled and taken care of. Maria, let's talk a little bit about why this is a good option. So you can just get off the ship, take a taxi, and go to a beach somewhere on Nassau. And people do that. Or you book Blue Lagoon or a different shore excursion, which those options are still available through Royal Caribbean. But what made this so special?
Oof. Well, first of all, it was seamless. It was literally walk off the ship, get onto the water taxi, and you're pulling up to your own private beach area. It's a reserved space with curated service, wonderful amenities. The bathrooms were gorgeous even. I hate to even bring up the bathrooms, but they were gorgeous. It's just Royal Caribbean's branded premium quality. So I would say if you want a worry-free day in Nassau, this is the way to go. I also want to point out that sometimes people say, well, I want to explore a little. But when you're brought back, you walk through the beautifully renovated shopping area that leads up to the port. So if you want to allow enough time, if you plan on ducking into a store or two for some souvenirs from the Bahamas. So you're still getting a little bit of the local flavor on your stroll back to the ship. And you have a beautiful beach day that is gorgeous. And I also loved it was a beach you could walk. Some of the ladies walked all the way to the Atlantis and back. There's security on the beaches. So, all we had to do was show our sea pass to get back onto our Royal Beach Club area. But that was just nice to be able to walk on the sand and take a stroll. I know a lot of people will be attracted just by that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think having it be all-inclusive, like knowing you're not going to get scammed, there's nobody there selling you random stuff on the beach, none of that. And I did really like the new shopping that we walked through. It is important to note that you do need to leave enough time to get back to the ship. It is kind of a hike. So I would say leave at least 45 minutes to an hour, a little bit more if you want to do shopping, just because by the time you get to the tender, take the tender back over, walk back through, and then we were the very last ship in port. I mean, it was a walk. So that is something to kind of consider depending on your mobility and that sort of thing. But having all that shopping right there, and you can still go off into the downtown area if that was something that you wanted to do.
Absolutely. So they're going to have that walk back regardless.
Yeah.
But the walk out is way shortened for Royal Beach Club. That's for sure.
Yeah. The walk to get to the tenders is very short, very easy. Like you get over there really quickly. So that was definitely a positive thing. And just the whole area is just stunning. Like I would recommend it to any of my clients for sure. And it's just so nice that it's all kind of bundled and easy and not something that you have to put a lot of thought into. Like once you're there, you can do what you want to do and you don't have to feel rushed or anything. It's all handled. So any other final thoughts about Royal Beach Club that you want to share?
I would just say it is absolutely what you said, the game changer for the Port of Nassau. And it is exclusive to Royal Caribbean and our sister cruise lines, Celebrity and Silversea. So just be aware of that. If you're going to Nassau by ship, it should be on Royal Caribbean.
Yes, because you're going to pull up and see that big Crown and Anchor and this amazing, colorful beach club and think, I want to go there. I think we're going to get some Disney people switched over just from that. I know.
Oops.
I'm not supposed to say that. But I think there will be Disney people that want to experience it and have that experience. So I think, once again, tying this back to what we do as travel advisors, any person can say, yeah, there's beaches on Nassau, but our agents have been there. We've walked the property. We know the layout. We know where to take you, where you want to sit. We know the vibe. We know the value. All of that knowledge is truly what changes everything. And I think that really this new Royal Beach Club changes the perception that people might have of Nassau. I know it did for me. It was a game changer for me having been there multiple times. It gives me something new to do in that destination that I think will be really enjoyable for me time after time, just like Perfect Day at CocoCay. And I do know that some, especially new travelers feel uncertain in some areas of the country, and this makes an experience that they don't have to worry about. It's all handled, you're all taken care of, and I just think that's a great piece of it. So definitely highly recommend, and please utilize our agents to help you figure out the perfect way to utilize your time in Nassau. But I do want to hit quickly on Perfect Day at CocoCay. I think we can't not talk about this. And there are more perfect days coming as well. Perfect Day Mexico is coming. So there's a lot of positives about these perfect day experiences. And one thing to note is, unlike the beach club, it is completely free if you just utilize the free activities there. There are upcharges. There are things that you're going to have to pay more for, but you can make it what you want. If you want a low-cost beach day, you can do that. But if you want to go full VIP, you can do that as well. So let's talk a little bit about the different offerings on Perfect Day at CocoCay. Maria was nice enough to take us on a tour of the entire island, so we got to see all of the paid experiences and the included experiences. So obviously we can help our clients with those choices, but let's talk a little bit about those.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, my very first time at CocoCay years ago, I didn't spend $1 more to get off, and I did have a perfect day on CocoCay. I had the drink package, so all I had to do was go to the bar, get the drinks as I needed them. There were servers coming around in the beach areas, and there were plenty of areas serving wonderful meals cooked on the island by our team on the island that resides there to make sure everything is perfect every day the ships come in. There are other options, though, for upgrades. So if you have kids, they might like that water park. The Thrill Water Park is an upcharge, and there's so many different opportunities in there for the littles as well as the teens, or maybe the adults too, if that's what you're looking for. And we also strolled through our Coco Beach Club, which is our upscale private area, which is an additional cost to get into. There were plenty of loungers on the beach there, and an exclusive menu to the Cocoa Beach Club that you would have access to, as well as the cocktails. And besides that, you could upgrade to an over-the-water cabana that has its own private lounger, slide, mini bar, and concierge that will bring the food to you. So not a bad option if you're celebrating and have people. It's really affordable if you have people to divide it with. So for those girls' trips, bachelorette parties, it's really a great way to enjoy CocoCay. But also the adults only Hideaway Bay, our $250 million upgrade to CocoCay a few years back, really boasts cabanas, relaxation, but also the largest pool in the Caribbean that is temperature controlled. So when we got in the ocean water, it was a little chilly. We did get in, but the pool water was nice and warm. It's cooled down in the summer and warmed up in the winter. So it's kind of makes it the perfect choice for your adult only experience. And there again, a great pool with lots happening. The Champagneator came out where they take a bottle of champagne and start shooting it into people's mouths. And if I did it for the first time.
Me too.
Yep. You got it. I know you got it on video. But honestly, it's just entertainment to watch everything that happens in the pool as the day goes on. And the DJ is ramping up the vibes.
Yeah. And I feel like there's also, like, if you don't want to pay, there's also Chill Beach. There's the Oasis pool. So there is plenty to do if you don't want to spend extra money. But I think there is value in deciding to do one of those upgrades, especially if you're celebrating, if you're having a girls' trip, that sort of thing. It can be really valuable to have those different experiences. And I know for adult only, being able to go to Hideaway, the different food options there, but even the included barbecue food, there's always burgers, hot dogs, tacos, tons of different options. There's always cookies and brownies. Like, that food is actually really good. And so they do a really nice job of making the food on the island really good, really fun, so that you have those experiences as well. In Hideaway, we had a few different options. There was pizza, different types of pizza. And then there's also like a grill, and the grill has coconut shrimp that are my favorite. There's also mini funnel cakes. So there's tons of options. Maria was able to get a gluten-free pizza. So they try their best to accommodate and help everyone. But it is kind of interesting how the different options have different food options. So if you're a frequent cruiser, you can at least try something different in a different area if you choose to upgrade and pay the difference for those areas. But definitely highly recommend Perfect Day at CocoCay. It's a great option for everyone and definitely one of those ports that everybody wants to go to. So really quick, before we wrap it up, I do want to just touch again on Wonder of the Seas. Like, this was such a wonderful ship for us. We didn't get to see everything. We didn't get to do everything, but the Wonder Oasis Class ships do have my heart. And I think we can definitely help you pick what ship is perfect for you with the right itinerary. If you want to do Mediterranean, if you want to do Alaska, there's Asia cruises, there's everything. So no matter where you want to go, we can help you find the right cruise and the right fit for your travel party, your multi-gen family, your group. No matter what you are wanting, that's what we're here to do, is to help you make it be perfect. So, Maria, any extra things you want to talk about? Any other things you want to kind of mention about Royal before we wrap it up?
Well, we kind of touched on the fact that there's going to be a new Perfect Day, and that's going to be in Mexico at the end of 2027. It's going to be twice the size of Perfect Day in the Bahamas. So stay tuned for more of that. But knowing that you're working with a travel advisor with experience who can guide you in the right direction. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, we hey, our travel partners, you are getting a deal. So when you're looking on Royal Caribbean's website, sure, if you are the kind of person who wants to do their research, go for it. But you're going to get the same prices through Pineapple Escapes as you're getting through that website. And everything can be matched and sometimes can be beat because Pineapple Escapes belongs to a special consortia that has preference with us. And sometimes prices can be way lower. So you really want to work with a travel advisor every time you're booking Royal Caribbean. And for anything that is maybe other than driving to grandma's house, if you're traveling, you should be booking with a trusted travel advisor. And I know Jamie has a team that you can trust.
Thank you. And yes, I can't agree more. Like, we have built such an incredible team, and I was so glad for you to get to spend some time with us on this trip. We appreciate you so much and all that you do for us. And I think also it's important to note we have the connections with Royal Caribbean. We have that direct line to Maria where if there's something going on, we can get it handled. And I think that that says a lot too. We're real people. We care about you. We care about your trip. And we have those connections and sometimes even the better prices, but at least we can match the price no matter what to really make your trip phenomenal. So please reach out to us. And thank you, Maria, so much for being with us on the trip and for joining me today. I know it's hard to fit all of this in between everything else, but we appreciated you so much being there with us, and it was so good for the team as well. This is such a fun episode, and I'm so excited to see what's ahead with the new Royal Beach Clubs and all of the new Royal Caribbean experiences that are to come. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you subscribe to the Travel Tidbits Podcast and share it with a friend who loves cruising. And if you're ready to plan a Royal Caribbean vacation, whether it's Wonder of the Seas, perfect day at CocoCay, or even a totally different itinerary, Alaska, Mediterranean, I've done them all. Please reach out to your favorite Pineapple Escapes agent or email us at info@pineappleescapes.com and we will match you with the perfect agent for your trip. We'll make sure your next trip is perfect from start to finish. Thanks for listening, and remember, travel makes life sweeter. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Travel Tidbits Podcast, where we believe travel makes life sweeter. The team at Pineapple Escapes Travel would love to help you plan a trip filled with lasting memories. Visit us online at www.pineappleescapes.com to start planning your next adventure.